Go for a walk. I'm gonna go check Abstract Sculpture Garden. I have my boots on. The snow's gonna get deep. Nobody's been out here yet. Jesus. That's how deep I'm going. I don't know where you can see that, but halfway up to my shins, a little more, 2/3. I've not been out here. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at that. Can you see? Fuck. I guess we got some snow. Alright, the first thing I notice is, again, the wind has been howling. So I had an African mask on that tree right there. That's gone. So the wind blew that off at some point. I just found it. I'll find it in the spring. See how out of shape I am? It's finally filled back up with water. Once I get in the woods a little bit, it should be better. This had been dry most of the summer, but it's filled up. Or at least it did before it got really cold. The wind chimes is going. I sit there a lot in the nice weather. I haven't recently, but one of my tables. Alright, now it's a little bit easier. So on that tree there was an African dude. At some point I'll be adding more things. I don't know how well you can see, but there's wires. And there's one set of wind chimes. And I do oh, it's fucked up. I do have a couple pieces of stuff on trees. I started out here. It is nice, isn't it? I gotta be careful walking backwards, I don't fall. It's not quite as deep out here as it is in the field. Oh, that's another one. So this is walking. Don't look at the truck, but so there's there's a pile of stumps there. I got two here buried. 1, 2. I was gonna stack I don't know, 6 or 8 of them on top of each other, and run like a 2x4 down the outside of them, like the two sides, and then put like just try to get it level and put something over the top connecting them, kind of like, not an arbor, but an entryway. I don't know, I may or may not do it. It's getting deeper out here. Now, that's the shed. It looks like most everything has survived. There'll be things I won't be able to see because they'll be under the snow. So, nobody's been out here. That's good. At least since it snowed. So I'm kind of on the back side of everything, so I'm really just walking the perimeter to try to preserve the integrity of the undisturbed snow. I don't know why. I'll be doing something down here too. That's the bridge we just crossed, and that's where I just walked out from. I started cleaning this up out here. I'll probably continue. I need something to do. That's what the point of all this really is I need something to do. So, I'm kind of... Oh, I suppose I could go that way, but yeah, God. Let's go this way. Hopefully I don't fall. Okay. So, oh man, that's deep. Alright, this is gonna take a little effort, so it's a different perspective though. So basically when I set this whole thing up, right there, that chair is the perspective I was using from sitting there. I'm gonna walk up and be right behind it, and we'll take a peek at it, how everything looks. But that is the perspective that when I was placing things, the big purple flower blew. It's got a base, so I can just spin that. That's no big deal, but that moved in the wind. The 2 wind, I'm gonna get more wind chimes. There, I like wind chimes. All right, it's cold. All right, here we go. So, and because it's a big ball of snow and ice, I'm not gonna actually sit in it, but let's survey. Again, don't look at the truck. Don't look at the car. They're not mine, but it's not my property. It is kind of close to the road, but all right, so can't tell, but these are oh yeah, I guess you can kind of tell. I made these. I made some of the things. Somebody else made some of the others. Rolly G. Some of them were a collaborative effort. That's a planter. In the spring, I'll plant it. Another one of my birdhouses, that was a music stand. It's adjustable. It's kind of rusted in that position, and I made the birdhouse. I like it. I think it's cool. Some of this is Rolly G's art. Oh, yeah, look at that. I gotta fix that too. See, it's one of his flowers that I had painted. The sun is crazy bright. This is not the best time. One of his, one of mine. Oh, that broke. That's not bad. It must have, that is bad. That must have rusted. So no, it ain't going anywhere. Oh, I have it wired. Look at that. I'll end up fixing that. It's another one of the golf club birdhouses. But it won't stay there. A Rolly G flower. Let's use some zooming. Let's not forget the guy up there either. It's kind of hard to see at the moment. So there's the centerpiece. We never really named it. We just been calling it the abstract sculpture. That doesn't sound good. But that really is like the centerpiece. One of Rolly G's. That looks nice. There's the abstract sculpture garden. You can't tell, but that's like a wood stove with a camshaft with just a sculpture on it. More of the same but different. Flowers. Again, it's crazy bright. Early G flowers. I'll spin around and get a better view of that. That's Milky the Milk Can Man. He will be planted in the spring. He's a planter. It's hard to tell from here, but Herman Miller chairs. That's also one of the perspectives I used. However, that was the main perspective, that chair that I used. I got my flying pig. I love that guy. Get a different angle of him. I'll go back to the... Yeah, there he is. So... There he is. I love that pig. There's a story behind it. I won't go into it right now, but... Alright. Oh, it's hard to see, but I got a bunch of stained glass pieces. They didn't all survive, apparently. I'm sure in the springtime I'll find more. I don't want to tramps over there, but I think you can see them. I'm just trying to give you as many different angles and perspectives, and if I was later in the day and the sun was different, it'd be better, and I may do one of those still. Well, that looks pretty cool. Can I zoom in on that? I think it looks a little cooler in real life, but I could stumble over there. That thing there leaning out, you can't really see it well. Leaning on that tree is going to eventually be hung in between those two trees. That little tree right in the front's going to get cut down. And I'll add some more stuff on this wire. Nice with the ridge house. There's the shed. I'm gonna put some stuff on the front too. It's just one of those metal wall arts. That looks kind of cool like that. This is kind of long. You may or may not have stayed. And right now, because I hung all this myself, that's the counterweight. The thing's pretty heavy, and that really is what's giving all the weight to the wire. So, but that's the Southwest themed shed the landlord's sister lives in, I think, Arizona or New Mexico. So I had a bunch of those types of things. So I just said, hey, can I put them up on the shed? And he's like, that's cool. So fully the backside into the sun. I may end up doing another one of these when it's different lighting, because it does make a difference. Well, let's see. Oh, and there's a walk from the back. I tried to preserve the integrity of the snow the best I could. But another abstract sculpture. This spins. From a, not that it looks like fire, but from a distance it kind of does look like a flame. It's obviously not a real flame, but from a distance, that's the sculpture. Gotta come up with a name for that. I don't know if you can see. Let me zoom in. And a bunch of little stained glass pieces that are hung. Some of them fell. There's a lobster right there too, I don't know. Not their flag. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh, well, that's my abstract sculpture garden in the winter. Trudging through the snow, heading back in. Gotta get on with life, I suppose. Though it's not Sunday on the calendar, it is my Sunday. I probably have shit I need to do. I appreciate you watching. I am Rustic Guy. Please leave a comment if you feel so inclined. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.